Are you finding studying architecture stressful? Or have you heard that it's a nightmare and that there's no way around it? Well, that's true. This video is about organization, and it's for architecture students who care about a less stressful university experience. Show up to every class, especially if you care about marks. Despite your design being excellent, any good teacher will notice your absence and prompt a negative bias towards your marks. If they notice your commitment, you'll likely get a tick of approval for excellent participation, which can be the difference between a distinction or high distinction. Organization is very important. Here's an example of a lot of people's computer layouts that I've seen, and it stresses me out. Here's how I like to do it. There's an administration file, pretty self-explanatory, and then there are my courses files or folders. I always get confused. Here, I've separated it into assignments and other content which is relevant to the course. I like to label my assignment by numbers, and then I like to subcategorize in there. Wow, this sounds so boring, but it's incredibly important. Really, really important. And then there is the numbering system. Basically, just have something starting at 01 or 001 and keep going up, and it will follow it. It will keep track of when you began to make a folder. Very useful for finding things when life gets chaotic. Do you have friends in architecture? You will be working with plenty of other disciplines, so it's probably not a bad idea to talk around, see what they're up to, maybe make some friends in other disciplines related to yours, at the least, like a good sociopath. It would be hypocritical of me to suggest this as though it's easy because I took the work hard, but some people seem to pull it off. Good on them. But I like my sleep. And I play League of Legends because I'm a loser. I want to design this window, okay? I'm going to start now, and it's due in a week, rather than it's due tomorrow. Better start now, it's urgent. But you know, it could be a lot easier if you started earlier. And the general rule with most things is double the amount of time you think it's going to take, and it'll probably take longer than that in most cases. And then as you get better and more familiarized with your workflow and how you prefer to do things, then you can start to manage your time a lot more efficiently. Student A, do you want to spend all-nighters the day before your client and miss meetings because you're exhausted? Or student B, you did your work, you show up healthy, relaxed, or to a degree, and ready to go. Final really important point is about managing your expectations of a course, because it might not be what you want it to be, and you just have to try and get as much from it as possible. And I classify that as part of organization, at least for my own expectations, because I've let my feelings towards tutors or what they're teaching get the best of my opportunity. And I think I'm most guilty of that last semester. Going through some of my work, I realized it could have been a lot better, but then it's also due to the last 2 weeks being the design weeks, and everything before that was bad. But I could have done a better job, and I admit that. And confessing to weaknesses and places you can do better next time is very valuable. Now's the best time to do it because we are students. I'm going to try not to kick myself too much about it. If you start to feel negatively towards something, maybe just try not to take it as seriously, because I think I was taking things very personally, and I realized there were politics getting in the way of what I considered important, but I should have made it all more about myself rather than what other people want in the world, because it is about our vision, what we believe architecture should be. Because if we go by people who have already made it through the profession, who have a set understanding, well then architecture probably will never change. So stay true to yourself. That's an incredibly important lesson to your organization. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if there's anything else you want to know about being an architecture student at UTS or Sydney in general, or maybe in general. I don't know if this is applicable to the rest of the world, but whatever. Here goes. Just on a side note, I'm hoping to redo the video about my campus, because I think my last video didn't do justice whatsoever. There are some incredible buildings and facilities that UTS has to offer, and I want to capture that because I was basing it off the campus tour guide, which was really bad. really, really bad. And I want to do a much better job for everybody who's considering going to this university. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope it was useful. Please let me know by giving me a like and a comment if you would like.